In the late 1970s, the first mountain bikes were heavy, steel street bicycles, careening recklessly down steep, dusty trails in California. The riders pioneering these dirt descents weren't engineers. They were counterculture youths, pulling 40-year-old balloon tire beach cruisers out of garages and retrofitting them for the woods. Taking a machine meant for flat pavement and punishing it with rocks and gravity breaks things. The rigid frames cracked under the stress. The coaster brakes literally smoked, overheated, and failed mid-descent. Building a reliable off-road machine required someone entirely outside this culture. It required an outsider who didn't want to modify the past, but build a new vehicle from scratch. Born in 1948, Charlie Cunningham was that outlier. He was a quiet, eccentric thinker who processed the world through the strict, unforgiving laws of physics and mechanics. He grew up steeped in military aviation. His father was an elite Air Force fighter pilot who won the Thompson Trophy in 1949. High performance and zero tolerance for mechanical failure was the family baseline. Charlie took that pedigree to UC Berkeley, studying aeronautical engineering. He learned to solve structural problems from the ground up, evaluating materials for stress, weight, and aerodynamics. When he looked at the cyclists crushing their retrofitted cruisers down Mount Tamalpais, he asked a basic engineering question. If you design a human-powered vehicle specifically for the dirt, what materials and shapes do you actually use? Applying strict aerospace physics to an outdoor hobby yielded a machine that actually worked. In 1979, Charlie rolled out his masterpiece, the CC PROTO. Against the heavy street cruisers of his peers, his purpose-built machine looked like an alien spacecraft. Instead of standard steel tubing, he built his frame out of oversized aluminum. It was lighter, stiffer, and highly resistant to twisting downhill forces. Charlie altered the geometry itself. Replacing the horizontal top tube with one angled downward created a smaller, rigid frame. At the drivetrain, he stripped away the multi-gear setup, leaving a single chainring with a custom guide to prevent the chain violently bouncing over rocks. Decades before these exact features became industry standards, the CC PROTO stood as the first fully realized blueprint for off-road survival. Standard cantilever brakes of the era flexed dangerously off-road. Under the extreme pressure of a steep descent, the brake arms and the frame stays would physically bend outward, losing stopping power when riders needed it most. His solution was the roller cam brake. He moved the mounting pivots to eliminate flex. As the cable pulls the cam mechanism up, a linear spring engages, applying massive, fine-tuned leverage directly to the rim. Stopping the bike was only half the battle. Dirt constantly invaded the wheel bearings, grinding the steel balls to dust. To fix this, he engineered the grease guard. A simple injection of fresh grease forces the old, gritty grease out of the housing in seconds. For Cunningham, mountain biking was an ongoing physics problem, and he was methodically eliminating the variables of failure. Charlie was an obsessive inventor, not a mass-market manufacturer. Over his entire life, he hand-built only 187 of his custom aluminum bicycles. Instead of scaling up a factory, he co-founded Wilderness Trail Bikes in 1982. This allowed him to act as an architect, quietly licensing his advanced technology, like specialized tire treads and hub designs, to the biggest manufacturers in the world. His personal output was microscopic, yet his ideas achieved massive global adoption. Look at almost any modern mountain or gravel bike today, and you will see aluminum alloys, sloping tubes, single-ring drivetrains, and wide hubs. In 2015, a severe cycling crash left him with traumatic head injuries. He lived with those physical complications for over a decade before passing away in 2026. While the charismatic racers of Marin County popularized the culture of off-road riding, Charlie Cunningham quietly trusted the math. He engineered the machines that actually made the modern dirt era possible.